You're watching the Sports and Political channel of LB. If you're not subscribing to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. I told y'all ever since last season that the Phoenix Suns had Monty Williams on the hot seat. I told y'all. Now, I'm not going to get the proper credit because I don't got the sub count and I don't got the following to give me my credibility. But I told y'all last year that Monty Williams was on the hot seat. I told y'all this was gonna happen. When Matt Ishbia took over the team from Robert Sarver, because Robert Sarver was basically running a hostile working environment. And what did I say then? Monty Williams was going to be on the hot seat because typically when the new owner comes in, he wants to bring in his own people, and he's not going to want to have holdovers from the previous regime, especially if the previous regime didn't get the desired results. What's up, y'all? Hit that like button. I told y'all. I fucking called this shit way before them guys in the media called it. I called it. Hold on, y'all. I've done several videos over the course of the NBA season saying that Monty Williams was on the hot seat. I told y'all that shit. I told every last one of y'all that. Appreciate y'all for giving me that. Appreciate y'all for being up in here.
Salute.
All right, Gideon, what you make of this?
Wow. So, man, another coach bites the dust. Wow, man. I mean, you kind of knew Monty was pretty much heading for trouble once the Suns got absolutely shellacked in Game 6 at home to the Nuggets. I mean, I can understand why they let him go because even though Monty is a good coach, sometimes he can be a little bit stubborn. Sometimes, though, I mean, not using Itch Wainwright for defensive purposes at times. I mean, overplaying certain guys. I mean, it was tough, man. And Monty did get the Suns to the NBA Finals 2 years ago, but ever since then, this team plateaued in the playoffs. I mean, last year they got shellacked by the Mavericks in the Game 7 without Tim Hardaway, mind you, by 33, and we're down by 46. And then this year, you get T.J. Warren, Terrence Ross, Kevin Durant, and you get mollywopped in 6 in a second. I know Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton got hobbled, but still. Monty's rotations was kind of questionable. He's a good defensive coach that can preach offense, but my thing with Monty is that he was slow with adjustments and subs, and that's why his team underachieved. So I can understand the move firing Monty Williams.
All right, Will, what you got on this?
Yeah, salute, man. Yeah, man. This situation, man. I had a feeling about that situation, man. When they got knocked out and got blown out in consecutive years
at home.
Consecutive years at home. Are you crazy? And you know that new owner, he seen that shit. He seen that.
Yeah, Matt Ishbia. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's like he like, damn, you got blown out last year the same way. Early the first quarter, you got blown out last year, and then you got blown out first quarter this year. There's no way in hell I'm gonna keep this head coach. There's no way in hell. And then you got DeAndre Ayton, who ain't doing shit, who's going to be on the trading block. He's out of there. He's gone. He's gone. You know what I'm saying? CP3 old, and you know what I mean. He gets injured every playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And it's like damn, like you know what I mean. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to go too. But Monty Williams, you know what I'm saying? He was gonna get fired, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get the job done. You ain't get the job done. That's what happens. Right. You get opportunities, and you don't get the job done. You're done, son. That's it.
Right.
Done.
Right. 2 years ago was their best chance to win a title. 2 years ago.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Feel bad. I feel bad for him, but he'll get another job. He'll get another job.
He'll probably go
Yeah,
to the
he'll
Bucks.
get another gig. You know what I'm saying? Because he
Hmm.
is a good coach.
He
But
is,
I,
yeah.
I I tell you some things that did him in, right?
Hmm.
Like last year, as you know, we alluded to, because my little brother, my brother is a Phoenix Suns fan because he lives out there, right? And
Uh-huh.
we were going back and forth. And I was telling him, I'm like, look, because he was pissed. Like he texted my phone. He was pissed at how they lost that game. Like, because remember, the Phoenix Suns were supposed to go to the NBA Finals last year, right?
Yeah. And win a title last year. Yeah.
They were supposed to go to the NBA Finals, and the way they lost that game it was already bad enough they lost to the Dallas Mavericks at home in that game 7, but it was the way they lost that game, man. They got destroyed at home, right?
Dismantled. Yeah.
That
Yep.
right there, I told y'all after that game right there, after because I did a video about this like a day or two later, whatever like that, and I was saying back then, I'm like, look, Monty Williams is on the hot seat. He cannot go another year where they getting bounced in the second round, getting blown out like that. And then when Matt Ishbia took over the team, because Matt Ishbia he used to play his college ball at Michigan State,
Hmm.
Yep.
and he is a
Mm-hmm.
real estate mogul.
Yep.
He's a billionaire real estate mogul.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you already know when he coming in, he looking to make changes and all that, right? And that
Yep.
Hmm.
and for that reason right there, that was the primary reason why I said last year that look, Monty Williams on the hot seat. You ain't heard you not gonna hit nowhere else but here, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
And and I was like, and then you got to factor in his beef with DeAndre Ayton, right?
Yep.
When
Agreed.
DeAndre
Yeah.
Ayton signed that offer sheet with the Pacers and looked like he was gonna go to Indiana, and then Phoenix
Hmm.
the offer
Offer.
Offer
sheet
sheet
and brought
to
him
try to
back
get.
here.
You have to try to get KD also. Yeah. At the time. Yeah.
And I was like, DeAndre Ayton ain't happy about that because him and Monty Williams had beef. They had, bro, them dudes had beef ever since the end of last year. They had beef, and that
Hmm.
Yep.
beef never got resolved.
And
Yep.
Monty said 18 quit on them. Remember in game 7, Monty said 18 quit on them. Yeah.
It's been since after, yo, on some real shit. It's been since after that NBA Finals, man.
2 years ago when we were up 2-0 on
Yeah,
the
Two
Bucks.
years.
yeah,
Yep.
two
When we were up
years
2
ago.
on the Yeah, when they won the first 2 games at home against the Bucks.
And I'm
Yep.
gonna tell you why. I think I know why DeAndre Ayton got beef with Monty Williams. Will, you might. Yeah, I don't know if you agree with it or not. I don't know if y'all agree. But my thing is, I think DeAndre Ayton feels like he hadn't been utilized enough in them offensive sets.
True.
I
True.
agree.
That's
I
a fact.
agree.
That's
They
facts.
don't.
That's
They
facts
don't.
right there.
They don't feed him in the post enough.
That's the main. That's the main. That's the main reason why all that beefing is because he feel like he ain't getting utilized. He ain't getting used the way he's supposed to get used. You know what I'm saying? He feel like he's supposed to be a 20 and 10 guy, and he ain't getting opportunities.
Agreed. But it's also 18 himself.
And
Sometimes 18
CP3,
doesn't
he
go.
had beef with CP3 too.
Yeah, true. I feel Chris Paul and D Book don't feed 18 enough. And there's other times that 18's jumper is inconsistent. He can be lazy on pick and roll defense. And the thing with DeAndre Ayton, man, the dude, his rebounding is weak sometimes, and he doesn't finish well in the paint. The dude's salt as molasses sometimes, man. 18's a good player, but he's salt as molasses sometimes.
Man, I
Hey
was wrong
man,
about him.
all I know
I
is I'm
thought he was
taking
gonna
my
be a.
victory lap, bro. I'm taking my motherfucking victory lap because I called this shit.
Mhm.
Yep, you
You
did
nailed
call
it
it.
on the head. You nailed it on the head. Wow.
Cause
And I
when you
think,
got
and
a new owner wants to hire his people.
Right. Yeah, he
yeah,
wants his guys. He don't want no holdovers from the previous regime, especially if the previous regime ain't delivering no results.
Yep.
agreed, agreed. And to me, man, another reason why the Suns kind of bite the dust a little bit in the playoffs, this team, man, kept relying on D Book and KD way too much, though. Like it was Mario Linguini. Like this team didn't know how to use give and goes, drop bounce passes. It was D Book, KD, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. It's a recipe of disaster in the playoffs. And you saw that Devin Booker had a great playoff, but he quit the last two games, especially in Game 6. And Kevin Durant to me was bad this whole playoffs, though, other than like 2 games.
KD washed up, man.
His mid-range shot just not his mid-range shot wasn't butter and much, and his 3-point shot left the building.
All right, so what is the all right? So I know I hadn't talked about this yet, but does this mean James Jones' job is in jeopardy too?
Yes, I think it is. Yes.
Yep, James. Yeah, yep. James Jones. He might be in jeopardy too. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the video I did yesterday, I was like, look, there's gonna be some massive changes in Phoenix. I called this shit, bro.
Yep.
Hey man, they need to have me as an NBA insider, man. I told y'all, man. I tell you, man. All these coaches that got fired, bro. I don't know if y'all been seeing my video because YouTube don't like sending out notifications, bro. All the coaches I told y'all that was gonna get fired has gotten fired. I told y'all last year about what's that guy for the Hornets? What's that guy's name?
Bagel.
Yeah, James Borrego. I told y'all about him,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
I told y'all they was gonna fire him. Then coming in this season, I told y'all they was gonna Dwayne Casey was on the hot seat. I told y'all that the Houston Rockets coach was on the hot seat. I called out all the coaches that was gonna get fired,
Nick
bro.
Nurse. Nick Nurse, Toronto Raptors.
Steven Silas, yeah, the Rockets head coach is Steven Silas, yeah.
Yeah.
All the look, Nick Nurse firing was inevitable. All the players wanted to get traded. Fred VanVleet turned down a 4-year max extension and shit. Nick Nurse firing was coming.
Right. And James Jones is
Pascal Siakam ain't happy. They wanted to get all the players wanted to get traded out of Toronto. OG, Siakam, Fred VanVleet, all these guys wanted out of Toronto. I'm like, yep.
Gary Trent,
Nick Nurse, good is gone.
Gary Trent, yeah.
Yeah, Gary Trent. Well, he's an unrestricted free agent anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right. And speaking of James Jones, he's been with the Suns since July 19, 2017 as the director player personnel. And then after that, October 8, 2018, he was named as the interim general manager for Phoenix, though. And then on April 11, 2019, they made him to an official GM. On April 11, 2019, yeah.
So I told y'all about them. I told y'all Bradley Beal was going to re-sign with the Wizards, even though that kind of move really didn't play out the way it should have. But there's a whole bunch of things I called out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you called up. I think you also called up Mike Budenholzer being fired too, right?
I called that too.
You told them Bammies about that shit, man.
Yeah, man. I called all that shit, man. Look, and that's why, hey, if you're listening to me, you'll be the first to know. If you're listening to ESPN, you'll be the last to know.
Yep.
Don't listen to ESPN. Don't listen to them, man.
If the right one don't get you, the left
one will.
Right. The only guys you should keep your ears out for as far as ESPN is really Tim Legler. That's it. Really Tim Legler. That's it. Other than that, don't listen to ESPN, man.
I mean, James Jordan basically sold the whole ship for KD, man. You know what I'm saying? They gutted their team for KD, man. And they got blown out in the second round for the second year in a row.
At home.
The same
his fine was imminent.
The same exact way. LB, it happened the same exact way. The first quarter was the quarter of doom.
40. Right. They gave up 44 in the first quarter, 37. So they gave up 81 and a half. And if you watch that game, even their offense was abysmal. The Suns, there was no bounce passes. They didn't use mid range, and it got so bad that Cameron Payne and Jock Landale was the only Suns that gave a damn in Game 6. Everyone else wanted to pack the fishing rods. And their defense was abysmal. No rim protection, no close on shooters. It was just disgusting. No ball pressure. If Cameron Payne's your leading scorer, you're in for a long night. And
And
Jock Landale
speaking
even
of which,
showed, yeah,
what happened? What happened with DeAndre Ayton? Because I ain't get the gist of what happened
rib
with
injury,
his injury.
rib injury,
A
rib
rip
injury, rib
injury.
contusion.
Andrew Wiggins played with a rip injury. That's oh man. Oh, I'm about to go way the fuck in now, bro.
Yo,
You
you
know
need
I'm
to
about
cook
to go
him.
way the fuck
It
in
was a
now,
rib.
Yo,
bro.
It
you
was
need
a
to
rib
cook him.
contusion.
You need to cook
Oh
I'm
no.
DeAndre
saying
Ayton,
You
man.
mean to tell me that you can't play with a rib injury?
a rib
That
contusion.
Andrew
Come on,
Wiggins
man.
played with a rib injury last night, bro. Hey,
Cook
that
him.
motherfucker wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big middle finger to Monty Williams. That's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
He quit. He quit on
He
Monty and
quit.
got Monty fired. He
He
got Monty
quit.
fired.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
nigga quit. He quit,
He,
and that was that
he,
him not playing in a playoff game, in an elimination game. That was a big middle finger to goddamn on Monty Williams. That's what that was.
Yep. Yep.
exactly. And also another thing too that kills me with the Phoenix Suns, man. Bro, this team has no shot creator off the bench. Where was Terrence Ross? Nowhere to be found. Landry Shamet, Damian Lee, H. Wainwright. Come on, man. Like Torrey Craig, you know how he was so good against the Clippers, hitting corner threes, finished with his finisher building great defense. But against his former team, the Denver Nuggets, he was hiding the shadows and played like trash. Come on, man. And Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, man, I know Book had a great start to the playoffs, but he died off late in the playoffs, though. And Kevin Durant, man, the dude's not a leader, okay? He's a good player. He's a
Well,
fan,
KD
but
already
he's not a
told
leader.
us that. So
Yeah.
he already told us he ain't no leader. So I mean, I don't know why people shocked by that. You know what I'm saying?
Durant's mid-range jumper is not butter anymore compared to years past. And three-point shot left the building, though. He can't
Man,
even finish at the rim right, man.
look, this is my thing, right? You got a situation where 2 years removed from NBA Finals appearances, you got the runner-up and the NBA champion coach got fired, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Alex Heron said that Doc Rivers could be next. And I know we talk about Phoenix, but Doc Rivers will be fired at the game 7. That's my prediction. I don't think they'll win tomorrow. Yeah, Alex Heron said that Doc Rivers could be next, and I agree. If Philly does not go to the NBA Finals,
I'll talk about Doc Rivers in another video because I called that one too.
mm-hmm,
Right?
mm-hmm,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about that one tomorrow, right? Because
yeah,
I got a detailed breakdown of that shit about when it comes to Doc Rivers and all that, right? But I want to
yeah,
stay on this one because this one, fresh off the presses, man. This man got
right.
fired 2 years after an NBA Finals appearance. But
Crazy.
we in this generation, and we in this situation, right? To where you can't plateau and you can't regress.
What have you done? What have you done lately? Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
that was that Janet Jackson song back in the day, Will. What have you done for me
I
lately?
mean, lately.
What have you
Yep.
done for me lately? Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yep.
ooh, ooh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. And the thing about coaching today, if you ain't Eric Spo or Steve Kerr, your job is not secured, buddy.
Your job
True,
is not safe. You are
and
not
Steve
safe
Kerr
if
could be
you're not Eric Spoelstra or Steve Kerr. Exactly.
and Steve Kerr could be gone this offseason too. Who
No,
knows?
he's not. They just came off the
Nah, he
championship
ain't
last
going
year. They're
away. They
not
not getting
firing him,
rid of.
bro.
They ain't getting rid of him. Hell no.
Okay. I'm not saying they
Hell
will.
no.
I never said they will. I'm saying it was a possibility. I never said they will.
No, no, no. The possibility, shit. He's safe. Steve Kerr's safe.
Yeah, Steve Kerr real safe.
Yep, he got them
He's
four
safe.
championships. He got them 4 championships within the last 10 years, under 10 years.
Yeah. They
2015 to
just came off a
2023, it
championship
was
last
9.
year. They're not about to fire Steve Kerr.
Yeah,
No.
four rings in 9 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
he is safe. Eric Spoelstra, he's safe.
I
Right?
agree.
I mean,
Yep.
Spo's completely safe. Of course. Yeah,
he is completely safe. Right? If you're not them two guys, she or Greg
he might be
Popovich,
gone.
Oh yeah,
he's safe
Pop
too.
two. Yeah,
Pop
Pop
safe
two.
Pop
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Pop
Pop
I
safe.
pretty
forgot
much
about
coach
Pop.
until he
Pop safe too.
Pop pretty
Yep.
much coach whenever however long he wants to. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
But if you're not them three coaches, shit, you are on a short leash.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
Yep.
short of I mean, 2 years. So they went to the finals 2 years ago. They lose in the second round in blowout fashion against the Dallas Mavericks at home. And then
Without Tim
this year,
Hardaway.
they lose in the blowout in the playoffs in the second round in blowout fashion to the Denver Nuggets. So not only you got a sign of regression, you got a sign of the team plateauing. That means the body language, that not the body language. There's the message going around the locker room saying that the guys are not resonating with Monty Williams. They're no longer buying what he's selling. You got DeAndre Ayton pretty much saying, you know what? I'm not playing this game, man. Man, fuck Monty Williams, man. I ain't playing this
He
game.
doesn't
Shit.
respect Monty. He doesn't respect Monty.
He doesn't respect him. He don't respect Monty Williams. Because I tell you right now, if anybody else that had any respect for their coach plays that game.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed. Because, like you said, Wiggins had the same injury for the most part, and he went out there. Yeah, he was bad in Game 6. Wiggins, but at least he gave an effort. Yeah.
Yeah,
He ain't gonna,
that
because
motherfucker
Wiggins ain't gonna
try, man.
disrespect.
That
Wiggins,
motherfucker didn't even try, bro. That's the shit that kills me about this goddamn era of players, bro.
Wiggins ain't gonna quit on Steve Kerr.
I don't know, man. DeAndre Ayton lacks a lot of heart. And I love Devin Booker, and Devin Booker has talent, but my issue with Devin Booker, he can shoot you into the game, and he can shoot you out of the game sometimes, man.
Well, see, no, this the issue, and this ain't necessarily with Devin Booker, but the media, right? Y'all keep lumping Devin Booker in the same breath as Kobe Bryant. Stop disrespecting the dead like that. All right? Devin Booker ain't nowhere near Kobe Bryant's level. Nowhere near.
Hell no. And when Kobe was his age, when Kobe was Devin Booker age, he done already had 3 championships already.
And Kobe had more of a package, low post shots, back to the basket, athleticism, 3-point bomb. Devin Booker can shoot, but Booker be streaky sometimes.
Look, Gideon. Yeah? Kobe Bryant is a complete player. Devin Booker is not.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Kobe was making all defense. He was making all NBA. He was making everything. He was his whole package was there.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant was the total package. So let me get this straight. And I'm calling you out, ESPN, and all you idiots that's in the mainstream media that covers sports. So let me get this straight. You want to sit up here and disrespect Kobe Bryant and talk trash about him and put him on number 15 or number 30 or 93 or whatever bullshit list you want to conjure up, but you want to lump these players like a Jason Tatum and a goddamn old Devin Booker in the same breath as a Kobe Bryant.
Horrible.
Get your ass out of here.
Ooh, another coach that
could be fired. That's crazy, bro. I can't believe this.
Hey, I told y'all this shit last year. I told y'all this boy was on the hot seat last year.
But why? I mean, why they jumping, man? I can't even get it off, bro. I'm confused. First of all, I'm just gonna throw that out there. And then
Freddie, there ain't nothing to be confused about. You can't get blown out 2 years in a row at home, and then on top of that, you got a brand new owner coming in.
Yeah, well, you put it that way, you copy that make more sense, man. Damn.
And also against a Dallas team 20. Consider this too, right? The Mavericks in 20 last year, Luka had a hamstring injury, and Tim Hardaway didn't even play in the second round, and you still get smacked by them in a game that you never led in Game 7 though at home. You were down by 46, and consider this: Luka at 27 at the half. Think about that. The whole Suns at 27 at the half in Game 7. Do you know how abysmal that is? And then Game 6 against the Nuggets, you give 81 and a half. I mean, and the defense and the offense, the Suns are not sharing the ball. If Cameron Payne is your leading scorer, you're in for a tough night.
It will. So how do you think they fix this shit, yo?
I don't think you can fix it, dude.
You talking about the Phoenix Suns?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to bring in a coach with a voice.
Nick Nurse would help.
A coach that's going that they're gonna listen to. A coach that, you know what I mean? It's all about the voice. It's all about, you know what I mean, getting on your team. You know what I'm saying? Monty's a great coach, but he was just too much quiet, man. Like every time I look on the sidelines, he always got his arms folded. He's just walking up and down the sideline. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, damn, Monty, like, damn, what are you doing?
Nick Nurse would be the right coach.
That's how I was seeing it from Monty. I was like, damn, like, this what you do? You just quiet as hell, like.
bro.
They should get Nick Nurse. If I were the Suns, try to get Nick Nurse.
Man, they need to go get somebody like Lionel Hollins.
Lionel Hollins too. Because remember what he did with the Grizzlies, got him to the conference final in 2013, the Grit and Grind Grizz. Lionel Hollins is a good coach too. Great defensive coach. Can bang in the body. I think he will toughen up DeAndre Ayton a little bit. Yeah.
Man,
Hollins
Well,
I think they might
either
trade
Lionel
DeAndre Ayton,
Hollins
to be honest with you.
or Avery Johnson need another chance at a head coaching job.
Yeah,
Or
Avery Johnson.
the other name that's been blackballed in NBA circles, Mark
Mark
Jackson.
Jackson.
Mark
Mark
Jackson,
Jackson,
yeah.
yep.
I was about to say Mark Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Jackson, yep.
The coaches and also Nick Nurse. I would not mind for them to get Nick Nurse.
Man, I'm not sold on Nick
I
Nurse, man. I know he won a championship and all that.
wouldn't want Nick Nurse, man. Not no Phoenix, not with KD in them. You got to get a strong-headed, minded coach that's going to get on his players, man.
Right.
That's going to get in Booker's face. That's going to get in KD's face. You need a coach like that.
And then on top of that, too, man, you got a lot of assistants out there that need a shot, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about out the back. Not like what Brooklyn Nets try to do, bringing in Steve Nash. That motherfucker can't cook chicken out of an egg.
Agreed.
But I'm talking about like you got a lot of assistants that a lot of these players be listening to ahead. Sometimes a lot of these players be listening to the assistant over the head coach.
Mm-hmm. That's true. What about Dave Yeager? You think Dave Yeager should get a job? He did a good job with the Kings in 2019 until they died off late in the season. What about Dave Yeager?
Dave Yeager? That name, I mean, no. I'm just going to be honest with you, no.
Okay.
I like Dave Yeager, but or Yeager, or whatever his last name is, but I don't think he that dude, bro. I just don't. I just don't. Look, you got
what about Kenny Atkinson?
That'd be a good coach.
But to me, Kenny Atkinson is more of a player development coach. He's not really a guy that, to me, I just don't think he's that guy. And then, if he goes back to Phoenix, with him and KD being there, that would be an awkward dynamic. So
that would be
that's bad. Yeah, that would be bad. I forgot about the KD situation in Brooklyn. I forgot him and Kyrie.
Hey, what about what's that coach used to be for Dallas? And he went to Indiana.
Rick Carlisle.
Talking about Rick Carlisle. Now Rick Carlisle gonna be in Indiana. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he's staying in Indiana. That's a whole rebuilding.
He would have been a perfect match. Though he would have got in their face.
Probably.
Yeah, Indiana.
Nah, I'm thinking about another name, Juwan Howard.
I
don't think he wants to go in the NBA just yet.
Yeah, because his son played for Michigan. I forgot. I forgot. Yeah.
What about this name? I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but considering Patrick, this may sound stupid, but consider this: Patrick Ewing. Would that work?
No, because you see what he did in Georgetown. No coach in the NBA, no team in the NBA is going to touch Patrick Ewing right now.
They not. This is another name, Sam I Am Cassell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a coach. He's a hot coaching commodity right now, but they can't talk to him until after Philadelphia leaves the playoffs.
Yeah.
I forgot you're in the 76ers.
Ooh, what about Becky Hammond?
I mean, that's a good name.
Nah, she about to run the college. She about to do her thing in the in WNBA. She won a WNBA championship. She won a championship her first year. That's crazy.
Hey, she was Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, she with the Aces.
Yeah. She about to run the WNBA.
Ooh, what about this coach? Former Suns coach Mike D'Antoni.
No.
Not a good move right there. Nope.
Not a good move. Nope. The game not passed them by.
Right. Frank Vogel. What about Frank Vogel?
I mean, that's a quality name considering that he just won a championship with the Lakers or whatever like that. So yeah, I can see Frank Vogel.
Right. Ooh, what about the other Adrian Griffin?
I don't know anything about him, so I can't really speak on that. Will, you know anything about him?
Yeah, he's in Toronto. He was in Toronto. He in Toronto.
Assistant coach, yeah. with
And
Toronto.
his son is AJ Griffin on the Atlanta Hawks.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Right. But what about Charlie Lee?
And he with the Bucks.
Sorry, Charles Lee. Excuse me. Yeah.
Charles Lee with the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
I think Milwaukee might try to keep him there. I think Milwaukee might try to make him their next coach.
Right. But coach they should avoid is Terry Stotts. The Suns should avoid Terry Stotts.
Man, Terry Stotts should never look when Terry Stotts feet touching NBA floor. He should just break out in hives and shit. That
Yeah.
motherfucker don't need to be nowhere near goddamn NBA court no more.
Nah, Terry Stotts is awful, man.
He is,
Nah,
he is horrific,
Hey,
man.
I'm low key leaning more towards
my
Mark
God.
Jackson, to be honest with you.
Huh?
Mark Jackson.
yeah, we
Yeah,
said
that's the guy who did a coaching job.
Damn, he ain't had nothing since Golden State. That about 10 years ago.
yeah, 2013, 2014, yeah.
Yep.
He got fired after the 2014
14.
14
season.
season. 14.
Yep.
They lost to the Clippers in 7. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to the Clippers in the first round. That's when they let him go.
Mm-hmm. He was let go way too soon.
Yeah, man, you didn't get to finish the story, man.
Those
That would have
championship,
been epic too.
that championship in 15 really would have been his championship, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
It would have been nice. I mean, it would have been nice.
His legacy would have been more crazier than what I'm saying than what it is, man. I'm telling
He
you,
might
man.
been an NBA great coach, like one of like in the top 15. To be honest with you,
Man, Mark Jackson is a great coach. He's a great announcer. He's a great commentary, all of that shit, man.
I
he
He's a great
was
teacher in the game
okay as a
too.
player too.
Man,
Mark Jackson's a
every
great
time I
teacher
watch
in
the
the game,
basketball
bro.
games, every time I watch the games on TV, every time I hear his voice on the games, man.
It was nice. Him, Mike
Mama,
Breen, Mark
there
Jackson.
goes that man. Every time I hear Mark Jackson, all I think of, Mama,
hand
there
down,
goes
man.
that man.
I'm about to say I like him and with my man named Mike Green. That I love what they be
Hand
calling.
down.
Puts it
Yo,
in.
That nigga
he
said,
be like,
what the
yo,
nigga he
yo,
said,
Mark Jackson be like, Mark
That nigga be
Jackson be
saying
like,
bang so
hand down,
loud.
man down.
Right. Mike Breen says bang and puts it in, throws it down. And also Jeff Van Gundy. But back to Phoenix. What about Nate McMillan?
That's a good name too.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
It's gonna be tough for him to get right back into the coaches after what just happened in Atlanta.
Yeah. Because Trae did not want to listen to him. Yeah.
Throw him under the bus, man. They threw
what
Nate
about
under the bus. He got thrown under the bus. Nate got thrown under the bus.
The old Raptors coach, I forgot his name. The got coach of the year, got fired.
Oh, Dwayne Casey.
No,
Dwayne
Casey moving to the front office role in Detroit, so that's not an option.
Yeah. Right.
And to me, the game done passed him by, man. The game done passed Dwayne Casey by, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think Nate McMillan, I don't think Nate McMillan want to go back into coaching, man, because Nate McMillan even alluded to, him going in retirement at, you know what I'm saying, when he was with Atlanta, no thanks to Pretty Ricky.
Right. What about this coach, though? Just consider Jerry Stackhouse.
Nope.
He said they quit.
I also heard JJ Redick is in talks with the Raptors to be a coach. JJ Redick.
He ain't gonna be no head coach.
I heard that the Raptors interviewed him for a head coaching position.
That'd be dumb.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
That'd be dumb. You know what I'm saying? They ain't learned their lesson from Steve Nash.
And
that's basically what it is.
Also, New York getting Derek Fisher, which was moronic.
I forgot about that.
Back in 2015. Oh, good golly, it was so painful.
That was horrendous. I forgot all about that. Man.
I think Penny Hardaway. I know Penny Hardaway loved Memphis, but I think Penny Hardaway would be a hell of an NBA coach.
Yeah, because because he can resonate and relate to today's players and stuff like that. See, I think that's one element when we considering these coaches nowadays, man. You gotta have a coach that's be able to relate to these players, man. These players are fashionistas. These players are divas. These players want manicures and pedicures and everything cured when on during the course of the season and all that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Too
So
much
I mean,
divas. Too much divas, man.
yeah, man, these guys out here wearing skirts and shit at Met galas and all that. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Mary Poppins and shit.
Man, listen, man. Man, listen, man. Coaches like Mark Jackson, them guys will not put up with that, man.
Right.
Right.
My thing, see, it goes twofold, right? Because see, Monty Williams, somebody could make a case for him getting a raw deal in Phoenix and all that. I think he had more than enough time to get it right. He been there 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I think a guy like DeAndre Ayton, to me, sabotaged got dang on Monty Williams and all that with his laziness, not wanting to go out there and play, not wanting to defend his coach. I mean, there was one game where they got into an argument on the sideline.
Yep.
That was actually
Yep.
game 7.
No. I'm talking about there was a game during the regular season where they got into it.
Oh, what? Oh, that was against the Wizards. Yeah, they lost that game.
Yep. Yep. That's when you know your time is up.
Told y'all, man, Monty Williams was on borrowed time.
Yep.
Ooh, right. What about this coach? And this is the Warriors assistant coach. His name is Ron Adams, the Warriors assistant coach. Would you consider him to be the Suns?
Now, Ron Adams, he's a great defensive assistant coach. Like he's always been a great assistant coach. Great, he's always been that.
Yeah. Right.
Especially on the
Yeah.
defensive side. He used to be in Miami at one point too.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Another
I'm
coach
trying to
to
know.
stay away from. Another coach the Suns should stay away from. David Fizdale. Stay away from him, man. If you're the Suns.
I heard about that. Another one too, Luke Walton. Stay away from Luke Walton.
Agreed.
No, them dudes ain't
Agreed.
getting no looks, man. Fizdale and Luke Walton, man, they ain't getting no looks,
They're
man.
not getting no looks. It's only gonna be coaches like Monty Williams that's gonna get another look.
Yeah,
Who else?
guys that coming off finals like Mike
Nick
Budenholzer,
Nurse.
you know, as much as a crackhead he is, he gonna get another look.
Who
You know,
is
he's
this?
coming off championship 2 years in a row. Bucks
Yeah,
got the
Nick
number one
Nurse.
seed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
unfortunately, he gonna get another look. Monty
Yeah.
Williams gonna get another look. Frank Vogel get. So any coach that won a championship in the last 5 years, they gonna get looks.
Nurse
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but 3 though. They be like 3 because like shoot, Steve Kerr won 2 of the last 5. Then Nick
Yeah, but
Nurse.
Steve Kerr not
They
leaving
gonna
Golden
wait.
State.
What
Yeah,
I
I know.
see?
I'm saying though.
What
Hey, but 3 coaches you could really like money. They either went to the finals or actually won the finals. Is Frank Vogel, Nick Nurse, and my man. So like the selection varies. The selection very selected. Like few.
They gonna wait. I'm telling you, teams that's gonna need head coaches. They gonna wait till after what happens with Philadelphia. They're gonna see about Doc Rivers, man.
Yeah, they're gonna see
Yeah.
about Doc Rivers. If Philadelphia wins, Doc Rivers' job is safe.
Yep.
If they lose,
He
He
fired.
done.
He fired, bro. He fired. He fired. I
He
got
gone.
a
told y'all
call.
this too.
He gone.
Because get this, Will, get this, Gideon. You know, if they lose, right, it'll be 6 out of the last 7 years they got bounced in the second round.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
even before
Let's see.
Doc Rivers.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. 2018, they lost to the Celtics in the second round. 2019, lost to the Raptors in the second round. 2020, they got swept by the Celtics in the first round. 2021, lost to the Hawks in the second round. 2022, lost to the Heat in the second round. So that's 18, 19, that's 2. 21, 22, that's 4. This year, 5. Yeah.
Yep. Half of them years is with Doc Rivers, and the other half is with that Brett Brown
Brett
guy.
Brown.
Brett Brown.
Brett
Brett
Brown.
Brown was awful. Awful. Brett Brown was
That's another one to
trash.
stay away from too.
Or Brett Brown.
His
you know
ass
what
ain't
I'm
his,
saying?
his ass
You
ain't
know, ever
getting
since he
his
got
ass
fired,
ain't
no
getting no.
one's looked at him since.
Yeah.
Nope.
He ain't had a job since.
Why
Well,
was
he
Only
got a
reason
head coaching job. I'm pretty sure
The
he got
only
an assistant job somewhere.
the only reason why he got that job in the first place because he was with the San Antonio organization and Greg Popovich, man.
Yeah, the Greg Popovich coaching tree. And you
Yep.
notice that ever since a lot of these guys who's been in his tree, they really haven't had the success.
Except Udoka. Udoka had success 1 year, man.
Yeah, he's the only guy.
Ain't Steve Kerr? Steve Kerr kind of considered on the Popovich though, ain't he?
I thought he was
Yeah, he
under Phil
played.
Jackson.
Yeah, he played for both. He played for him and Phil Jackson, so he got both of those philosophies in his coaching.
Right.
But
Well, excluding him, he really.
what about this coach? Maurice Chase was the assistant coach for the Bulls.
The game not passing by, man. So no.
Nah, Mo not getting no more head coaching jobs.
No,
Okay.
he's not getting, no.
All he gonna get is assistant coaching job. That's it. He ain't getting no head coaching
Just like John Lucas. John Lucas will never get another head coaching gig.
Nah, hell no. Only gig he getting is assistant coach. That's it.
Right.
And that's at best.
Why about Scott Brooks, the assistant coach for the Blazers? Scott Brooks.
He gonna get a look, but I don't. But it ain't gonna. He gonna get looks, but it ain't gonna really translate into nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
He's not a championship coach neither.
Right.
I mean, he'll get you to the playoffs and all that because he did it in OKC. He did it in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about Brian Shaw, the assistant coach for the Clippers? Brian Shaw. He's the coach.
Brian Shaw, he'll never get another coaching look.
He was terrible with Denver.
He was horrific.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
He was horrific in Denver. Oh my God, that man was horrific.
They won 25 games with him.
Brian Shaw. Oh my God, he right there with Byron Scott, just on the fucking blacklist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no more head coaching jobs, man.
No more
for them.
You're done.
You're done, son.
Done, son.
Sayonara.
Yeah.
Just trying.
Can't think of no more for real.
Hey, I tell you, of course they should go after though, but nobody talk about him. They need to go after David Blatt.
I was going to bring David Blatt.
Oh, David Blatt, man. David Blatt.
I forgot about David Blatt.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
He used to coach the Cavs in 2015.
Man, they did it wrong though.
Here's what's
They
crazy,
did it
right?
wrong. Think about this. This man won championships in the EuroLeague. You know, the EuroLeague is arguably a tougher league than the NBA.
Yep, it is.
And David Blatt won championships in the EuroLeague. He comes to Cleveland, gets the team to the finals, right? And then the next year they were number one in the Eastern Conference, but the LeBron James politics got him fired.
Yeah.
Hey, LB. It was after that game after Golden State played him on Martin Luther King Day, if I ain't mistaken.
And guess what? And guess what? He was supposed to be the All-Star. He was supposed to be the All-Star head coach. They fired him, and then Tyronn Lue was the head coach. It's crazy.
Right.
Here's what's actually crazy. They actually beat the Clippers. Here's what's actually crazy. They actually beat the Clippers and then fired David Blatt. You can check. The Cavs
they need to go after David Blatt. That's the name that should. Them and Mark Jackson, them the two names that should be front runners on any coaching.
Yeah, because they championship they won. The teams won that they got fired on. They should been dedicated to them. That's their team.
David Blatt.
And what's so crazy is they fired David Blatt after they beat the Clippers to be what 30-11 to start the year. The Cavs in 2016.
And fired them. That's messed up.
After a win, think about that.
Man, the hell with the win. They were number one in the East.
In the East, yeah.
And they fired him.
Yeah.
Because of LeBron James politics.
I'm saying, I wonder who was in the way of that.
What about this coach? Phil Handy.
Phil Handy.
No, he's a lifelong Laker. He ain't going nowhere, bro.
Yeah, Phil ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. He's not leaving the Lakers, bro. That's not gonna happen.
What about Larry Drew?
The Lakers ain't gonna lose out on a great development coach, man.
No. No, he's not leaving LA under no circumstances, bro.
Right. What about Larry Drew? He used to coach the Hawks. Larry Drew.
No.
He the assistant for the Clippers.
Yeah.
No, he not. No.
Nah, Larry Drew ain't gonna he ain't gonna get another coaching job.
Never going to get it. Never going to get it.
Never gonna get it. Yep. He ain't gonna his title is just gonna be assistant coach for the rest of his career, man.
Yeah, he a career assistant coach. All right, this is Chi-Town Cake. What's up, man? What you got?
What's up, Chi-Town?
Hey, what's up? Honestly, I'm not surprised at all. I saw this coming from a mile. I mean, When you have a championship contending team for 3 years and you can't deliver, then that's what's going to happen. It's not his fault, but that's how the NBA works. It's a business.
Yeah. So who you think should replace him there? With him being gone.
I think the number one candidate for a job should be Nick Nurse. I mean, he has a proven track record. He has a championship. Like people are saying, they should go after Doc Rivers because he's probably going to get fired tomorrow. I don't think they should go after him. And then there are some other coaches I can't remember. I think Mark Jackson was a candidate too. So if I'm
Yeah.
a team, I'm going after Nick Nurse.
All right, everybody's saying that's the general consensus going after Nick Nurse, man. I think they should go after David Black. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, because Mike Brown, and this is another thing, right? Mike Brown has dispelled this notion that, only reason and Tyrone Lue to some degree as well, that, the only reason I'm a good coach because I had LeBron James and whatnot. No, these guys have proven that they can win without him.
Yep.
So,
yep.
I would go after David Black. If I'm the Phoenix Suns, that's the guy who I go after. And I don't know if he's coaching the EuroLeague. I don't know if he's waiting for that phone call. I don't know what he's doing right now. But the Phoenix Suns need to go after that guy, if you ask me. But
Ooh, what?
Who knows? Who knows? KD might talk to the owner and be like, "Hey, man, bring in Mark Jackson."
Bring in Mark. Yeah, I'd love to see Mark Jackson back in the NBA. I don't like him. I much not like him doing ESPN commentary, but that's not what he should be, bro.
Agreed.
Oh, you know
I
who
mean,
another
that got to be eating his ass up to watch the team that he coached go to the NBA Finals every year. Then he got to provide commentary.
Countless time.
And I think Mark Jackson get a head coaching job. He needs to bring Jeff Van Gundy with him.
Oh, dear Lord!
Hey, another coach I heard.
No, I'm saying he need to bring Jeff Van Gundy as an assistant under him if he's gonna be a head coach again.
Hey, another coach I heard that the candidate Scott Brooks isn't a candidate for the Suns too because Scott Brooks and KD actually they were together in OKC, so he's another guy.
Mm-hmm. We had talked about him before you came in. We said he was gonna get a look.
That'll be a bad move. I don't know about Scott Brooks, man. I mean,
why not?
You think should get Scott Brooks to the Suns?
No, I ain't say they should get him, but I saying, you don't think they should give him a look?
Nah, I would give him a look a little bit though, but I would not take him. I'll give him a look a little bit, but I will not take him though because his offense, the whole ISO ball thing, they need a coach that can preach ball movement, not KD, D-Book, your turn, my turn. They need a coach that can preach ball movement.
Hey, I have a question for you guys.
KD can play any style. It's the Devin Booker effect, if you ask me, because Devin Booker act like the ball be stuck to his hand.
Right.
Like he Kobe Bean Bryant.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying Kobe, kept the ball a lot, but Kobe was that guy. Kobe deserved to do what he did, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys think if the Denver Nuggets lose a series or lose in the finals, they fire Michael Malone?
No, they're not getting rid of Michael Malone.
I doubt it.
No.
They would have fired him last year, but they're not going to fire him.
They ain't gonna get rid of him. The only reason they ain't gonna get rid of him because the players play for him. They respect him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then on top of that, he got them in the conference finals or whatever like that. Now had they lost in the first round this year, he'd have been gone.
Or even second round, yeah.
Yeah, but he got them in the conference finals, so he passed his test, man.
Yeah, his job. Yeah, Mike Malone's job is safe,
especially to get to the finals.
Oh, he gets to the finals. He gets to the finals. He gets to the finals.
They gonna get my bonus.
If Mike Malone gets to the finals, he will get an extension.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he already got an extension last year.
No, yeah. I'm just saying, if he gets to the finals, they're
gonna extend the extension.
Oh yeah, they gonna extend the extension.
Extend the extension.
Yeah, they extend the extension.
Yeah, he got the extension last year, March 2022. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Mike Malone, his job is safe.
Big
But
time.
the guy who I thought that should have gotten fired this year but didn't was Billy Donovan.
Agreed.
Oh my God.
100% agree.
Yeah, they should have been in that goddamn playoffs, man.
Man, the Bulls underachieved so hard that no
They should
depth.
have been in the
DeRozan
playoffs.
Levine were bad all season. DeRozan Levine were bad all season. Vucevic looked lost in close games. I mean, they should have been in the Heat though. Up by 6 late in that game, and you get outscored 27-10 in that game because they're playing hero ball and not attacking the rim. Man, they should have been playing the Bucks in the first round.
They probably would have got swept by the Bucks in the first
DeMar
round too.
DeRozan,
I'm gonna say they would have got swept.
DeMar DeRozan might get traded, man.
Zach Levine
DeRozan
might
But
get
see,
traded.
but
DeMar
see,
DeRozan might get traded because Vucevic, he on an expiring contract, so he might be gone too.
But see, this the problem. Even though DeRozan is like slightly younger than Chris Paul, I think he's like 2-3 years younger than Chris Paul, but it's the same effect. Who's going to trade for a 30, mid-30s, or even late 30s individual that's trending toward the twilight of his career, and they're paying him all this money?
But you know what? Some teams might take it as an expiring contract.
Well, that's
Like
true
maybe
too.
like a young team,
Because he got 1 year left on his contract next year. That's the last year of his deal.
Yeah,
Oh, he
he's
got 1
gone
year
next.
left.
Yeah, he got
gone
1
after
year
next
left.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's gone after next season. After next
So
season,
that's
the whole
the only reason why. That's the only reason why I brought up his name because it's aspire. You know, everybody look for aspiring contracts.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
true. Yeah, he is on an expiring deal.
and Levine could be gone too, or Vucevic. One might be traded, and I think Kobe White is gone also.
Well, look, Zach Levine, I've never been a fan of Zach Levine. Yeah, he's athletic. Yeah, he can dunk and all that shit. But the Bulls committing 200 and almost like $250 million to him.
Yeah, they gave him the bag, man.
They give that motherfucker wild bread, and what he
They
do
gave
with
him
it?
a 4-year, $78 million contract. No. In July 7, 2020, he signed a 5-year, $215 million contract. Levine.
That's what I'm saying. He
Last year.
got wild bread, man. What he got to show for it, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Missing
he getting paid
Sitting at home.
superstar. He getting paid superstar player type money, and he basically is a French star at best.
Yep.
Only to what? Get outplayed by Max Strus in an elimination game? I mean, it's not even in a playing game, excuse me. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm a
that
Bulls fan.
was absolutely insane, man.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's a French star at best. Bradley Beal is a French star at best.
agreed.
Man, shit, man. Bro, I love Bradley Beal, man, but shit, man. He be upsetting me, man.
He
Hey,
can't
bro.
lead the team to the playoff.
Hey, I go to these Wizards games. I've been to the facility last year. I'm going back up there because they called me like a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna
Nice.
be going back up there, and
That's what's
look,
up.
it's I'm glad they fired Tommy Shepard. I'm so glad that they fired his ass because Tommy Shepard clearly did not know what the fuck he was doing. He was
Yeah,
horrific.
Tommy
He was a
Shepard, Tommy Shepard. He did some fuckery, man.
He was horrible. He was bad.
How did he even get a job?
Drafting Debbie Advia, really? I mean, trade away Rui Hachimura for Kendrick Nunn, really?
And that was a steal within itself, man. When the Lakers got Rui Hachimura and Rui Hachimura balled out in the playoffs, like the boy, I
Yeah.
was like,
Man, Rob Pelinka, salute to Rob Pelinka, man. He finessed all of them, man.
Yeah.
boy, that was a finesse.
Man, I trust believe that shit finna run out though. They ain't finna get no 52 free throw free throw advantage over the Nuggets.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be honest with you. Expect Jokic to might be a foul trouble in the series. I think the NBA. Look, I just think the Lakers are just too deep for the Nuggets, though. I know Nuggets have depth, but I think LA has more athleticism. I
Well,
got LA being
I ain't
better.
putting nobody over
I
Jamal
need to
Murray.
address something because I know a lot of people talk about, oh man, well the Lakers shot way more free throws than the Warriors. Did you not see the Warriors out there selling for threes?
Shooting
Like they
threes.
were 5
They
of 21.
and they had like 15
Exactly.
turnovers. 15 turnovers a
Exactly.
game.
Exactly. Warriors
Exactly.
out
15
there
damn
shooting.
turnovers.
The Warriors
Warriors kept
shooting
taking
from
jumpers.
the Warriors were shooting from the perimeter and the Lakers was going inside, man.
Exactly.
They,
And
That
they
nigga Clay
practically
went 3
shot
for
themselves
15,
out the
bro.
game.
You ain't gonna get no free throws by shooting threes and shooting from the perimeter.
Right. I mean, people. I mean, everybody just saying, "Oh, well, the Lakers shot way more free throws than the Warriors."
LA
I'm
was
like,
attacking the
clearly you
hoop.
haven't been watching the game.
Hey, it's gonna
Because
come
if you
down
watch the
to
game, you see Golden State out there chucking up threes basically building a house. We're out there laying all those bricks.
it's gonna come down to the Nuggets, the big man for the Nuggets and the big man. Hey, the AD gonna probably outmatch. Like that's gonna cross out Jokic, but they got more big man to be honest with you than the
Well,
Lakers do.
see, AD can neutralize Jokic. I mean, I know Jokic is a great player and all that, right? But AD can neutralize Jokic. It's the
Because
other guys like Jamal Murray and
and Michael
well,
Porter.
And Aaron
I
Gordon.
don't know about Michael Porter Jr. I used to
Aaron
think
Gordon.
that, but I don't know about that anymore. But
Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon. Aaron
Aaron
Gordon got
Gordon,
to put up
yeah,
more.
Aaron Gordon.
KCP.
It's the Aaron
KCP.
Gordon and the Jamal Murrays I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Right. That's
And
true.
it's
That's
about
true.
and it's about what KCP gonna do too.
Yeah, I don't like KC Masterpiece, man. You know what I'm saying? That okay, boy, I tell you, I tell you right now, if Kentavious Caldwell Pope is the reason why the Denver Nuggets make the NBA Finals, man, I'm telling you, man, I won't watch basketball next year at all.
That'll be crazy.
Oh man.
If Kentavious Caldwell Pope is the reason why the Denver Nuggets make the NBA Finals, man, I'm telling you right now,
And
I'm
not
gonna
just that
quit
win the
watching
title.
basketball for a
Imagine that.
year.
That would be I ain't gonna lie, that would be crazy if he came on the Denver Nuggets his first year and they go to the NBA Finals. That's crazy.
That
Not
shit
just that,
crazy,
win a
bro.
title and potentially win a title.
And beat his old team too to get there.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
would
be on
be
the
beat his
Lakers.
old team, yeah, because the Lakers traded him to the Wizards in that Russell Westbrook deal.
yep.
Yeah. They traded him and Kuzma and Montrezl to get Russ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So you know he gonna want to get back at them.
Yeah. You know,
Mhm.
hey, of course he wants to get back, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yep.
That was the
Yeah, man.
that's what that blacklist Brett Fickentis, Patrick Beverly tried to do too.
Yeah.
And it failed. And he was in Cancun after Miami turned on the Flames on Chicago. Turn on the Heat, no pun intended, on
What's up,
Chicago.
Courtney Washington? What's up, bro? Salute to you, bro. Yeah, man, that
Salute.
shit crazy, man. And for those of you who just came in, man, hey man, the topic, the story of the night, you know what I'm saying? People at the club, people out here getting their fuck on, except me, I get my fuck on.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's but anyway, Monty Williams got fired by the Phoenix Suns. You know what I'm saying? That's the big story of this night on the Saturday night. When no games is on, no games.
No
At least in
games
the
is on.
NBA.
That's crazy. No games is on today.
No
Yeah, they
games.
made sure it was a public announcement. Everybody got everybody attention.
Right.
Damn. That's crazy. How ain't no basketball game on. That's crazy.
Right.
Right.
You gotta to pull up an old game just to get that feeling.
For
Agreed.
real, right? For real. It's like, damn, I'm like, damn, all day today. I'm like, damn, ain't no games. I'm like, damn, I gotta wait till tomorrow afternoon to watch the
Hey, I
game.
was thinking, I was thinking 76ers didn't play tonight. I was
Nah,
thinking it's like 1 or 2 o'clock.
they gave like when it was gonna be a game 7, they gave all the teams an extra day. An extra
Crazy.
day. Yeah.
And there's
I
no
guess it's a
games Monday
preview.
neither. And also there's
It's
no
a,
games Monday neither.
You know,
So
games Monday.
they gave him two. They gave him 2 days off in between the game, so that's more than
I
enough
want
rest.
that. I want that Lakers
That's,
Nuggets game
that's
starting
more
Monday,
than enough
bro.
rest. I'm telling you right now, Philadelphia 76ers got no excuses not to have a chance to win that game tomorrow.
Agreed. Saints with the agreed, and also another team that needs to prove the Boston Celtics. If they don't win that game to go home, Jaylen Brown might be traded. Al Horford will probably retire. Marcus Smart might be traded. Who knows?
Man,
Hey,
fuck
same
that
go for the
Sonic the
76ers.
Hedgehog looking
Hey, Doc
motherfucker.
Rivers could get fired. James Harden get traded. Like,
I don't have
it's a
any
lot
No,
of
faith.
Harden just
implications.
bounced.
I
Harden
don't have
just
any
bounced.
faith.
Harden's
I
on
don't
the
have any
Lakers. He
faith
was
in
just
the
bouncing.
James could walk away. James Harden could just walk away if he wanted to.
This is last year on his contract.
Yeah,
Why?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
He
last
signed
year.
a
That's
2
last
year.
year
He
of his
signed a
deal.
2 year with a 1 year opt out.
Yeah,
Oh, he signed 3 with 1 year after. Okay, never mind.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. He could opt out after the season. That's right.
And he probably
Mm.
will. If they lose, if they get sent to Hawaii after tomorrow, he's probably gone.
He just sent to Hawaii.
Dude, I don't have any faith in Doc Rivers. His track record speaks for himself. He's blown a 3-2 lead 6
The
Six
times.
game
times.
that passed, like LB said, the game that passed him by.
He's 11-17 in game sevens.
Yikes.
That's a
That is
scary. That's a
disgusting,
scary
man.
thing to look at.
That is absolutely disgusting, and he's supposed to be a legendary coach, man. Come on, man.
He
Well,
ain't
they
even
put him in the
one
top-
championship. He a legendary coach.
They put him in the top 15 coaches of all
That's
time.
crazy.
Nigga won, and that was about 2 decades
Whoa,
ago.
whoa. What?
Yeah, they made a top 15. Remember when
Yeah,
they did
yeah,
the
Doc.
NBA
Yeah,
75?
Doc is a top 15 coach all time.
Says
That's
who?
crazy.
No, remember they did a NBA
No,
75.
I know for sure. I know Spo. I know Eric Spo is. Pop is. Steve Kerr's a top 15 coach all time. I know that. I know those 3 for sure.
Red Auerbach.
Yeah, Phil Jackson, Pat Riley.
Mm.
Who else?
Popovich.
Damn, who else?
What you say? Wait, what'd you say? LB. Who?
Bob Fitch.
Yeah, I think Bill. I think Fitch. I think Coach Fitch is too.
Larry Brown is Chuck Daly.
Chuck Daly, yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Daly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chuck Daly. Yep.
And I think Don Nelson was in there too.
Don Nelson, yeah,
Lenny
great
Wilkins.
coach.
Lenny
Larry
Wilkins.
Brown.
Yeah, Larry Brown is
Yeah,
the only
but then-
coach to win an NCAA and an NBA championship.
Yep.
Yeah, but they
Casey
disgraced
Jones,
that
Jack
list when they
Ramsey.
put Doc Rivers in there.
Yeah, Casey Jones, Jack Ramsey, yeah.
Doc
Doc
Rivers has
Olsen.
no,
Ramsey, yeah.
Doc Rivers has
Casey
no business
Jones,
being
yeah.
on that.
And I don't think Casey Jones get the respect. He don't get the respect he nearly should have gotten when he was in Boston or whatever like that.
Mm.
They always, make it like, it was always Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, but Casey Jones was the one that made that engine go.
Right.
Yep.
Jerry Sloan. Don't forget
Yep.
Jerry Sloan. Rest in peace, Jerry Sloan.
Yeah, Jerry Sloan. Yeah,
Yep.
rest in peace to Casey Jones too.
Rest in peace,
Yep.
Casey Jones.
Casey Jones.
Red Osman.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah, those were great coaches, though. Those were amazing coaches, though. And speaking of Eric Spoelstra, I mean, think about this. He's 7 Eastern Conference Finals in his career. I mean, as a coach, taking an 8-seed Heat team to potentially the NBA Finals with no Tyler Hero, Victor Oladipo, and have a chance to win a championship. Man, that's great, unbelievable.
That just go to show that's the Pat Riley effect right there, man.
Yep, that's the Pat Riley
Yeah.
effect. Because I tell you right now, Eric Spoelstra knew everything from Pat Riley, bro.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
This guy was a
What?
videographer.
Yep. He was the video coordinator in '95 when Pat Riley first got there.
And
Right.
notice that's the only coach that didn't get fired. What that LeBron had too. Pat Riley
Yeah.
stood 10 dollars down.
Yeah, Pat Riley, the one that hired Eric Spo as the video coordinator guy, man.
Ooh, another coach we didn't talk about, Rudy T. He used to coach the Rockets back by 2094,
Man,
95,
Rudy
T.
Rudy T not coming back to coaching, man. You know what I'm saying? Dude got
I'm
health
not saying he's
problems.
going to coach. I'm not saying he's going to coach. I'm saying that top 15 head coach of all time.
Oh
Rudy T.
yeah. Oh okay. Oh okay. We was off. We was already off of that. But okay, yeah, that's true. He's up there.
Rick
Hey, what's up,
Rick
A1 Hoop
Alderman.
Zone? Hey, I appreciate you, bro.
Right, Rick Alderman. He used to coach the
Do you guys
Blazers.
think Mike
Oh.
D'Antoni come back?
No,
Nah.
Mike D'Antoni can pass popcorn at the concession stand. He can't be no NBA coach no more.
Nah, he's
No.
done. He's done.
he's gone.
I know he was the
what
assistant coach with the Nets, right?
Yeah,
He was an assistant. He was an assistant
Under
with the
Steve
Nets
Nash.
under Steve Nash.
Yeah, he's
And,
done.
and I think he used to be in it. I think he also used to join the Pelicans for a spin.
Now the
Another
NBA,
coach I
they're
thought-
looking for younger. Now these coaches either one of two things: either you're an up and coming assistant coach that got like Will Hardy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Mike Dillinger, I think that's his name.
Mark
in OKC.
Mark Dornan. Yeah, Mark Dornan. Yeah.
So you either got to be an up and coming young coach, or you have to be an established coach that has some championship pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Either or. Yep.
Another coach I thought that got unfairly fired was Nate McMillan. He did not deserve to get fired.
No,
Agreed.
he ain't deserve to get fired, but you got that pretty Ricky Trey Young, right? They didn't want to listen to coaching. Don't want, always want to be about him and all that. And that's another thing I called. That's another thing I called out before anybody else did. I told y'all that Atlanta was going to look at Trey Young in the offseason. I was the first one to call that out before anybody else did.
And that was the first thing they talked about as soon as their season got over.
Against the Celtics, yeah.
I was hearing some rumors already about they talking about trading Trey Young. I'm like, what? To the Lakers? I'm like, what?
Ooh,
I don't know about to the Lakers now. I don't know about that one, but
only reason I say the Lakers because that he clutch. He clutched with LeBron in them.
Oh yeah, he a clutch Clyde. That's right. He a clutch Clyde.
They had to trade D'Lo. They had to trade like D'Lo, like Beasley. Yeah.
But you can move D'Lo and Beasley though. I mean, because they were never long-term investments to begin with.
True. But another top 15 coach of all time. What about Billy Cunningham? Always made the playoffs with the 76ers.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about top 15 coaches all the time. I want to get back on this thing right here. I want to talk about Pretty Ricky.
Right.
If I can have my channel back, if you don't mind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to talk about Pretty Ricky.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I want to talk about Pretty Ricky because Pretty Ricky been running around these streets here, been moving funny.
Yeah.
And Pretty Ricky got a good coach fired.
Pretty Ricky is too hard-headed, man.
This man got you on the Eastern Conference Finals, and who was their coach before? Lloyd Pierce. Lloyd Pierce ain't even sniffed the goddamn playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
And when they fired Lloyd Pierce, they were 14 and 20. They hired Nick McMillan won the first 8 games with him.
Remember Nick McMillan had a contract extension with the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers played the role of Indian giver, and they not only they pulled back the contract, but they ended up firing him. And Atlanta brought him on as an assistant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there, I told y'all back then, right? I told y'all back then that as soon as they brought in Nick McMillan to be the lead assistant, I'm like, oh, Lloyd Pierce on the clock. Lloyd Pierce clock ticking in Atlanta. He in borrowed time now.
Yeah.
His seat was hot. His seat, the bottom seat was burning. It was hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing, I ain't here to toot my own horn, but then again, I am going to toot my own horn, right? I ain't get so good at, being able to identify what coach is going to get fired, whatever like that, right? All you got to do is look at the movement. If you look at how a lot of moves that get made in the offseason, even before the season begins, right? Because they typically don't make no coaching moves, not like that during the season, barring some extenuating circumstances, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these moves get made in the offseason. If you just pay attention to the moves that get made in the offseason, a lot of times you can be able to make that prediction. When Atlanta acquired Nick McMillan, Lloyd Pierce, your ass on the hot seat, man. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around, you gonna get fired. right? And sure enough,
Yeah.
Atlanta, they start off hot, they cooled off, they went 14-20. What they do? They fired Lloyd Pierce. Lloyd Pierce an assistant on Indiana now with
Rick
uh,
Carlisle. Rick
uh,
Rick
Carlisle.
Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle.
Yep.
He an assistant under Rick Carlisle, Indiana now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So all you gotta do is just pay attention to the movement, right? Like next year, right? Now we thought that Memphis was gonna fire Taylor Jenkins after how they not only they regressed because last year they got bounced in the second round. This year they got bounced in the first round, and you had all these incidents. You had Dylan Brooks. If he ain't out here dating Transformers, he's out here putting up bricks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got John Morant with all his shenanigans, right?
I'm finding the West.
So you had a Memphis team that that was smelling themselves a little bit too much, and then they get bounced in the first round. So and now you got this
To a seventh
perception
seed.
that
To a 7th seed, even though it's LeBron 80, but they're a 7th seed.
right.
7th seed that
So you
barely
got this
made the
perception now that the team's out of control. They ain't got no good order and discipline in Memphis. It's just chaotic there. That team reflects leadership. And Taylor Jenkins, hey, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all heard it here first. He's on the hot seat next year.
Agreed.
You know another guy who's on the hot seat next year? And look, I'm telling y'all this now. Y'all might as well go and grab your notebook and write this shit down, because when it happens, you know who you heard it from. You ain't gonna hear it from ESPN or Bleacher Report or that Toucan Sam looking motherfucker Nick Wright. Right? Minnesota's coach is on the hot seat next year. I can't remember his name.
Chris Finch.
Chris Finch, yeah. He's on the hot seat because A-Rod and that other guy just bought the team from Glenn Taylor.
Yep.
So you got, old boy, Chris Finch is on a short leash, right?
Yeah.
And they need to fire that GM from Minnesota for pulling that trade for Rudy Gobert.
That was one of the worst things you could ever do, man.
He tried like 6 people, man.
Tim Connolly. Yeah.
How do you get two big men on the same goddamn team?
It's stupid.
Because they tried to recreate what happened in San Antonio.
The Twin Towers.
David Robinson.
Man, there's no replicating that. David Robinson was an all-time great, and Gobert ain't nowhere near that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Nowhere near.
I think
Man, this stream lit, boy.
What's his name? Who came? Gobert. He's one of the most overrated guys in the league.
Oh, he's definitely overrated.
All you have to do is small ball with him.
He's not a great defender like they put him as, man. He's a great off-ball defender, man.
Yeah,
he ain't no defender.
Anybody can come out of nowhere, block a shot. But
weak side. He's a weak side defender.
Right, he's a great weak side defender, but on ball, slow on his feet, catch the fair pick and rolls. Yeah, he can rebound. Yeah, he can block shots. But that man don't got no offensive game. Look, I went to the game in Minnesota, right? No, not Minnesota. I went to the game down in Charlotte with them, because I was down there with my kids for Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
So I took them to the game, because my daughter wants to play basketball and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I took her and my son to the NBA to the Hornets game, and we was watching them play the Timberwolves, bro. Rudy Gobert don't got no offensive game at all, man. This man don't got no move he can commit to. None.
Yo, do you guys remember when in the playoffs against the Clippers, he was getting torched by Patrick Beverly?
Yeah, it was during. Yeah, I remember. I know it's a Terrence Mann.
Right.
It's he 3-time defensive player of the year.
And Nick Batum and Reggie Jackson. Yeah.
That shit overrated.
And I don't get why Quinn Snyder
overrated, bro. Overrated, man.
I don't know why Quinn Snyder didn't bench him that game. Like, he's getting torched on defense. Patrick Beverly's killing him. You gotta bench him.
They say he an all-time great because he a 3-time defensive player of the year.
He can only guard the interior. That's it.
man, look, that shit overrated. Will,
What up? What up, bro?
hey, look, you know as well as I do that them defensive player of the year award that old boy won is completely overrated, bro.
Hey,
Agreed.
yeah, yeah, it is. It is, man. It is overrated, man. Like I don't understand how he got three of them joints, man.
I
I
wasn't
just
even
don't
paying
get it.
attention to it to the third
I
one.
just I just don't get it. I just don't get how he got three of them joints.
I mean, because the NBA, there's no defense in today's NBA, so there's not a lot. When he won it, there were not really that many great defenders.
I just never understood how he got three of them joints, man. That's crazy. He ain't no Dikembe Mutombo. He ain't no Big Ben Wallace, man.
Right. Ooh, another coach this fan should consider. Will you consider
Hell, he
Mike
not even a
Dunlap?
Dwight Howard.
Hell no.
Right.
Yeah, not Dwight Howard neither. Hell no. Mm-mm.
Right. Not even
Uh,
close. And his free throw shooting is still trash. And
Heck,
Gobert can't shoot.
honestly, I take Joakim Noah over him.
I don't blame you. I
Shit, I'll
can
take
see.
Joakim Noah over Rudy Gobert.
Agreed. Noah was a better passer, just as good as a rebounder, arguably better finisher. Had an underrated mid range shot at the elbow. Yeah.
I take Bismack Biyombo over that nigga.
I take Bismack Biyombo pissing the bamboo trees in Africa. This shit, you know what I'm saying?
But you right though, those defense player of the year, well, they are overrated though.
I mean, you know, you gotta think though. A lot of them awards are given by the media. You know what I'm saying? When you got
Politics.
motherfuckers like Rachel Nichols and Cassidy Hubbard giving up, getting votes and shit, I'm like, whoa, hold on now. And then when you got beat writers, because who's the Orlando Paulo Bonchero? That's his name.
Yeah, Halabon Carroll. Yeah.
You know the only reason why he didn't win unanimous Rookie of the Year because you had a Utah Jazz beat writer vote for Walker Kessler.
Crazy.
Sad. That shit was sad, man.
That shit was sad, bro.
Because if you watch the NBA, Piala deserved it by far. I mean, Kessler had was a good interior defender that can fly to the rim, but Piala Bunker had way more impact.
Well, but the big takeaway is if you're a beat writer for a team, you should not be allowed to vote for that player.
Agreed.
Yep.
That takes away because that bias cost the man a unanimous Rookie of the Year. How many people that you know that you can lay claim to that can say that?
Hey, if you guys remember when LeBron won in 2013, the guy who didn't vote for him was a Knicks fan, and he voted
for Carmelo.
Yep.
He voted for Carmelo, yeah.
Yeah, but Carmelo was on the Denver Nuggets then.
No, he was on the Knicks 2013.
Oh, 2013. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, LeBron had every vote except for one guy, and the guy happened to be a Knicks fan, and he voted for Melo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and then Shaq in 2000 should have won an MVP too.
He won it unanimously.
No, he should have won it unanimously in 2000.
Yeah, but someone voted for
AI. He don't never let that go. He don't never let that down either.
Right, and I think AI had a vote in that year. Yeah, AI.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. See, that's why. See, and like the media, right? To me, it should be the players like they did back in the day.
I don't entirely agree too, because I feel like players are biased too. Because I remember when Giannis won.
But yeah, we all gonna have. Players and look, we all as humans gonna have our inherent level of bias, right? We all, to some degree, we're gonna have some kind of bias, right? But if you're part of the media, this supposed to be like, I'm biased, It's supposed to be I'm biased.
I mean, they should do a sample. They should do some like how they do an All-Star. They should have coaches vote for it, players vote for it, and like do like a mixture of everything.
Right.
Like how they do it at the All-Star game.
Agreed. And speaking
There's
of the
got to
All
be some
Star,
kind of criteria, man. You just can't jump off the back of the truck and be like, "Hey, can I have a vote?"
Well, no, you look at something like Kendrick Perkins is a guy, dude. That dude does not know anything about basketball. I know he played, but his basketball
basketball analysis is
IQ, like
horrible.
the stuff he says, makes no sense to me at all.
He just
Hey, but you gotta
Same
understand
with
entertainer.
though.
Richard Jefferson.
Hey, you gotta understand when you sit on when all you do is sit on the bench and drink Gatorade and talk about what girls you go bang out after the game, then of course you go come up with these ridiculous
Hey,
takes.
Eric, be funny as hell.
Same thing with Richard Jefferson. Same thing with Richard Jefferson. Like I feel
But
Richard
Richard
Jefferson.
Jefferson makes more sense than even though that cue ball head Richard Jefferson can come up with some outlandish takes sometimes, but I
True.
think he makes more sense than goddamn on Kendrick Perkins, man. Because at
Facts.
least Richard Jefferson played on the high level. At least Richard
True.
Jefferson didn't win he like an all-star one time or another?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
yeah, he was with the Nets.
Yeah,
The
see?
Nets, yeah.
At least Richard Jefferson made the all-star team. Kendrick Perkins ain't made no goddamn all-star
He
team.
rode on the coattails of Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce,
Yeah.
And Rondo and
Hey,
Allen. Yeah.
and to a degree, LeBron.
And look, when you look at for real, I'm not trying to make jokes here, even though I am making jokes, but I'm not trying to make no jokes. When you see highlights of Richard Jefferson, when you see him do it, you see him ducking on people, hitting game with his shots and shit. When you see highlights of Kendrick Perkins, what he do? He coming off the bench waving a towel,
Or somebody dunking on him.
or somebody ducking on him like Blake Clifford did.
Like
Oh
Blake
my
Griffin.
God.
Blake Griffin snatched his dog one time. Blake Griffin, yeah.
He baptized that man, bro.
Yeah,
God
and
damn.
and also Richard Jefferson was also an underrated corner 3-point shooter too. Yeah. Yeah. But see, this is why you don't listen to the media. The media says some of the stupidest things I ever heard, man.
Yeah, Kendrick
Like,
Perkins be coming up with some of the most outlandish, and I do mean outlandish takes, man.
did he say one time that there was no chance for any team in the West to beat the Lakers? Again, I got the Lakers winning the West and going to the finals, but he said
Nah,
before
he was switching up. He was switching up. Remember, he said he was
he
going for
switched
Golden
to the
State.
Warriors. And he
No,
switched to
remember
the
he said
Warriors,
that the Lakers are going to win 70 games when they first got Westbrook.
Yeah.
which was stupid.
Hey, this
Now he back with the
but,
Lakers.
hey,
And,
as bad as his takes was, though, as bad as Kendrick Perkins' takes was, there's only one person whose taste is way worse.
oh, I know who you talking about, LB.
Oh, Nick Wright.
No, not Nick Wright. Not Nick Wright.
Ryan Hollins.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
That's the name right there. Ryan Hollins, boy. Woo!
Oh
Hey.
boy.
He don't know what he talking about.
His shit
I
was
don't
unbearable.
Hey, he had Shaq shaking his head.
Hey, one thing I will give him credit for, he was right about Luca. That's the only thing he's ever been right about.
Yeah, dead clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, he was about Luka.
Before Luca got drafted, he was the only guy that said Luca was going to be the best player out of that draft. That's the only take he's ever had.
Right.
That nigga said that he gonna take LeBron over Kobe and Jordan.
Did he also say one time the Warriors were unbeatable, which were lies because the Rockets took that team 7 games, and the Clippers who were in 8 seed took that team 6 games? He said the Warriors were unbeatable and they would have beat the. Like, come on, man.
His takes was unbearable, man. His takes was unbearable. I mean, I don't hey, like Will always tells us, I don't respect
I don't
that
respect the six. I don't respect the six. I don't respect the six.
That's real. I don't respect it.
I don't respect that guy.
I do not respect that guy.
Another guy who doesn't know basketball, it's called like Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman to me is some of the stupidest things I ever heard. The dude hates on Steph Curry.
No, I'm talking about people who played. We talking about people who played. Max Kellerman was a field rapper for crying out loud.
Huh.
Yeah, he was just
JJ Redick is another guy too who has some outlandish takes.
he was just one of those guys.
JJ Redick.
Yeah, JJ Redick. He hates on the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
No, he'll say stuff like people
firemen,
yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't listen to that
was
stuff.
bullshit right there. That was a bullshit that was bullshit right there, man.
Wait, say that again. What he said?
So who was the top? Bob Cousy.
Oh,
right?
Bob Cousy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about Bob Cousy. All they did was play against firemen and all that. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's the bullshit that ever was one. Because for one, after the season, those guys would take those kind of jobs because the NBA didn't pay them that kind of money that these guys benefit off now.
Yep.
So when they played, they had to get second jobs. But there's another thing that's a play that doesn't get talked about, but I talk about it here. You know, back in the day, when the NBA didn't have that many teams. That means you had to
Right.
be really good to get on those teams.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 It's not this watered down product now when you got 30 teams and you got like 400 and some odd people all together that's playing in the NBA. I'm talking from 1 to 15. Back then, you only had like 8, 10 teams. So if you won, and then you didn't have 15 people on the roster, you might have like what 10, if that. That means you had to be really
Yeah.
good to get on that roster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There
Right.
was no
Right. Right.
development league back then.
Hey, but
Right.
Michael Cooper went off on him. He was like, I would have destroyed that dude.
You was either good or you're not. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
So that fuck with JJ Redick talk about. JJ Redick was on Capilot Records that day.
Right. And he also cast for Joker a lot. He also cast for Jokic a lot.
Hey, remember Michael Cooper? Michael Cooper went off on him on JJ Redick.
Yeah.
As he
Right.
should.
Right. Right. He should. I don't respect that. I don't respect what Reddit says. Sometimes I don't. Like the best ESPN analyst, the best NBA analyst, arguably
Tim
Tim Legler.
Yeah,
Tim Legler by far.
Hey, Monty Williams will make a good ESPN analyst if you don't get no NBA, if you don't get no coaching gig.
Right. He would be.
Another guy I like, he's not a player, but Van Gundy, I like the points he makes are always like logical, smart ones.
Right, the right ones. Very on point. I agree with that though. I also like Hubie Brown. I know Hubie Brown's not an but I also like Hubie Brown.
Like I can't stand Reggie Miller as a commentator.
Because he's biased, says he repeats himself a lot.
No, he just says like dumb stuff when he's on comment. I just don't like his commentating. He doesn't like.
Did you say one time that Isaiah Hartenstein was the Eastern Conference of Nikola Jokic? What?
Yeah, he says some ridiculous things on the commentating table.
Hey, look, just because you know, hey, I'm gonna tell you all this, right? Just because you know how to bake a cake, don't qualify you to be a baker, right? So, in other words, just because you play basketball on a high level, that don't mean you're a great talent evaluator.
Agreed.
Hey,
And
just look at Michael
a lot of
Jordan.
your best players are
Kwame
not
Brown
good talent
overall.
evaluators. Huh?
Like Jordan picked Kwame Brown first overall, and then he picked
Right, like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Reggie Miller, all these guys were great players. Right, Isaiah Thomas, another guy. Great players. Horrific talent evaluators, horrific coaches.
And then MJ picked. I think he picked Adam Morrison third overall in the draft too.
Oh man, that's
just
yeah.
stupid. He also
Lord have mercy.
he also put Michael Gilchrist over Dame and Beal. What the hell?
Hey, another guy too. I'm a Bulls fan. John Paxson. That guy does not know how to run an organization.
Agreed.
I mean, he pretty much traded Jimmy Butler for Zach LaVine. That's probably one of the worst trades in Bulls history. They thought just because Jimmy Butler couldn't win with washed up Dwayne Wade, all Pau Gasol, that Jimmy Butler's not fit to lead a team. Look what he's doing in Miami.
For a team that might win the titles in 8 seed, I'm not saying they will, but have a shot in the 2008.
Hey, if you look at those Bulls teams Butler had, they were like because Rose was near the end of his time. Rose was the same player, but when Rose left, they pretty much put like a bunch of bums around him. And Dwayne Wade was way past his prime too.
And Rondo too is past his prime too. Rondo too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna get on up out of here. I'm go ahead, give me some. I'm going to take care of some business before I go to bed. But man, I appreciate y'all for coming on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you already know, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Nice seeing you
this
guys
was
again.
good dialogue. I enjoyed this stream.
For real, man. I enjoyed talking to y'all guys, man.
Yeah,
Same
man.
here.
You know what I'm saying? No date licking, no pom pom shaking, no purple pill popping. It was just good basketball talk, bro. I enjoyed it.
Nah, we need to do this more often with y'all, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. But yeah, man. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to talk some good basketball tomorrow, man.
Oh, hey man, I'm coming on tomorrow because we gonna talk about Doc Rivers, bro. We gonna talk about Doc Rivers, bro.
Oh yeah,
Baba
man.
Joe
I'll tell you right
Baba
now.
Joe Mazzulla could be
I'm
gone too.
gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready for that topic as soon as the game's over, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and Joe Mazzulla could be gone too. Who knows?
Man,
Nah,
Joe,
he got his
they,
bid.
they're not going nowhere, man. Joe
Nah, he got
Mazzulla
his
not
bid.
getting fired. He not
Nah,
getting
he ain't
fired.
going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going
Okay.
He
nowhere.
not. Because think about this, Giddy, y'all. Before I end the stream, right? Think
Yeah.
about this, right?
Mhm.
If the remember he had an interim tag on him, right?
Right.
Yep.
If the Boston Celtics had any inkling that he wasn't going to be the guy, do you think they would have taken that interim tag off of him?
I don't think so. No.
Exactly. So he not getting fired.
No, they keeping him. They keeping him. Yep.
Yeah. So all right, man. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platform. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. All right.